guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 9th update for my 9 in 2019 project pan. This has been my year-long project pan for all of 2019, and so far I have been really feeling very successful with this project pan, and this update honestly is really exciting for me. I am so excited to share with you guys all of my progress over this past month. So let's just get right on into it. I do not want to hesitate to share with you guys this first item that has been in this project for the entire year so far. So right from January 1st until now, I have been working on my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. You guys know in my last update I said I was very close, and she's done. She is completely used up. This feels so good because I just felt like this was the never-ending product for me, and it had been in my collection for quite some time, and I really gave it some serious love this year, and I'm so happy to have used it up. These little pots of brow pomade are so worth it because the price of this I think is just the exact same as the Brow Wiz, and this lasted for freaking forever. This is such good bang for your buck kind of product. Of course, it does take a little bit more skill, or at least a little bit more practice, to be able to really make it work for you, but it truly is so worth it. I'm really happy I do have actually another one of these, not in taupe, but in ash brown, I believe, in my collection, but I'm gonna hold off on opening that because I know how long of a commitment that will be. But either way, I'm just feeling so good about having used this up and seeing this completely empty. I mean, obviously it looks like there's some product in here, but it is completely dried up because there's just so little product. So that's all dry. It wouldn't even be enough to really do my brows one more time. And damn, this feels so good to have used up, especially considering it's been in the project since the very beginning of the year. And this next product actually has been in here since the very beginning as well. This is the Essence Satin Touch Blush in the shade Satin Love. You guys know I repressed this when I made an oopsie and I took it out of its packaging and I ended up just like cracking it. So I have been working on this slowly but surely, especially because I had to repress it. It felt like it was just a major setback for me. You can't tell from all the way back here, but I actually did end up hitting pan on this today. It's right there. It's the tiniest little speckle of pan, but I am calling this a success because this has been with me in this project for so long. I did not expect that I was setting myself up for such a long haul with this item in particular. Like, I just didn't anticipate this being like 9 months worth of panning to get this tiny little speck of pan, but I'm calling it a success. I am so happy. That was my goal with this product. And I wasn't anticipating to actually film this video today. I was planning on filming something else, but as soon as I saw this little bit of pan, I was like, heck yeah, I cannot wait to show that off. This is the tiniest, ittiest, bittiest little fleck of pan, but I feel so good about it, and I'm so happy that we finally got there. This is a beautiful blush. I really do love this shade. I love this formula, but I'm really happy to be putting it aside and focusing on some other products from my collection in this project in its place. I feel like this product I was doing so well with in the beginning. This is the Too Faced Hangover X Replenishing Face Primer, and my progress has just become non-existent from the last like 3 or 4 updates to this project, and I am consistently using it. Like, I'm making sure that I'm getting use out of it, but I can't make any new markings because I think I've just been clearing all the product out of the sides here. I honestly don't know what's going on with this one, but there's very little product left in here. Like, that is all that remains. There's nothing up in the sides at all. I can see completely through this now, and hopefully I can finish it up relatively soon, but I haven't been using this as an all-over face primer, and I think that's the reason why it's going so much slower now. I've just been mixing it with heavier coverage foundations when I do wear them. Like today, I mixed it with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus because I'm trying to pan that foundation, and it just requires so little product to be used, and I'm honestly not wearing like fuller coverage foundations all that often either, so this is just really slow going. It will be done by the end of this year, especially going into the colder months now that fall is here. I will be wearing this more often, probably as a full face primer, as well as mixing it with products. So yeah, I feel like this is getting kind of like tedious that I keep talking about this and never showing any significant progress, but believe me, I've been using it. It just isn't measurable progress between updates because I use so very little of it. But I'm really happy to be reaching for it again. I do have a backup of this and I just really do enjoy this product. So I'm happy it's been a part of this project for many months now, probably about 6 months at this point, and I'm not unhappy with it. I'm not unhappy with my progress. I actually enjoy using this just as much as I did when I put it into the project, and I am feeling really good that I am working my way through it. This next item comes from Milani. This is the Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder in the shade 03 Natural Light, and I hit my goal on this several months ago. I wanted to hit pan on it, and I have done that and expanded the pan over the last few months. I have decided I do want to roll it out of this project simply because this isn't something that really is suited to me for the winter time or for the fall time, and I did already reach my goal with it. So it is time for me to put it aside, put it back into my collection. It just is a little bit too mattifying for me at this time of year. Like in the summer, I did wear this a handful of times as a powder foundation and I quite liked it, but I also had more of a tan then, and this just seems to be a little bit too deep for me and a little bit too matte. And so yeah, I'm just gonna put it aside. I love it. I think this is something I can easily finish up next year, especially in the summertime, but for now, it isn't gonna get much love. I'd rather roll something else into this project that I'm going to really be able to use in the next few months. And yeah, this is just not that, but I do love this powder. This is a really nice product. It's just not suited to me right now. Next up is this powder from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte's Genius Magic Powder for under eye and face, and I have mine in the shade 01 Fair. This is quite a light powder, so I haven't really been able to use it a lot, and that's actually very obvious because I cannot make a new marking. This is my marking from last month, and I'm looking through the bottle right now, and I literally, yeah, I'm at the exact same spot. I cannot make a new mark, which is weird because I do feel like I reached for this quite a lot this past month, but I am always mixing it with my Revolution lace powder, like I said in my last update, because this is just a little bit too light. So I must be just mixing more of the Revolution powder and less of this together. But going into the fall and winter, I am going to get much more fair than I am right now, and I think this should work perfectly for me in the winter months, but I don't think I'll finish this by the end of this year, which is not a problem for me. I'm happy I'm using it, getting familiarized with it, and just, yeah, making use out of such a high value item in my collection. So not a huge amount of progress, but that's okay. This next item is the exact same because unlike the Charlotte Tilbury powder, I just completely forgot this is a part of this project pan. I used this maybe once, yeah, so I can make a little bit of a new marking, but hardly any. I don't know if you can even tell. I used this maybe once or twice. I really didn't even think about this product at all during this past month, so my bad. I also didn't even say what this is. This is the Marc Jacobs Recover Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist, and yeah, just completely forgot about it. Hopefully next month I can be a lot better about this. Next up, I've got this Pixie by Petra. This is the Correction Concentrate in the shade Brightening Peach. I actually forgot to wear this today. I don't know what I was thinking when I was getting ready, but I can tell a major difference when I don't wear it. I do feel like I have a lot of darkness under my eyes, so I have to try to remember to reach for this more often. But I did make a little bit of progress, nothing that is really visible simply because I already have hit pan and now I'm really just working on the product on the side. So you can't really tell a difference in how the product is looking, but I will have the difference, like the discrepancies in weight from last month up on the screen. So you'll be able to see that I have made progress. It's just not anything that's very visible progress. This little mini is a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. This was a 100 point perk at Sephora, and I have made some pretty good progress on this. I'm definitely seeing a difference in the way that this lipstick is looking from when I introduced it just last month. It's a beautiful lipstick. It is what I'm wearing on my lips today, and I do find it's a really nice, comfortable matte formula, and it's a gorgeous brown nude on me. I really do like the way that this color looks on my complexion. I like the way that this product wears and how it feels on my lips. So I'm happy to be using it and just making sure that I'm reaching for it. This has been a really nice product to work on, especially because this goes with so many different makeup looks and I can wear it pretty much all the time. So I'm really happy to be working on this. But yeah, no major progress, but you guys will see on the screen. I'll show you the weights as well as the markings, and you'll see there's a little bit of progress that makes me happy no matter what. I'm happy to see progress, unlike some of the other items I have in this project. And the last item that is currently a part of this project pan is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. You won't be able to see anything with this. My goal is to hit pan on it, but I think that's gonna take me an absolute eternity to hit pan on this. So no visible progress. You guys really can't see any difference from last month, but I know I've been reaching for this. I've been wearing this quite a lot. I really love it to just kind of blend all of my cheek products in together. And I love to use it to just kind of like brighten up my face. I use it under my eyes and on the tops of my cheekbones primarily, but this is a beautiful product. I can kind of wear it everywhere and I can use in multiple ways. So I'm happy to be using it, but that goal of hitting pan, I'm not sure it'll come by the end of this year, but I'm happy to be working on it either way. So because I was able to finish up my Dip Brow Pomade, hit my goal on my Essence blush, and I'm rolling out my Milani powder, I will be rolling in 3 new products today, which I'm super excited to do. So not a lot of progress on some items, but a lot of new items coming into this project pan as well. So it's feeling really good, like kind of a bit of a refresh for this project, and I'm really excited to share with you guys all the items I've selected to work on. So this first item I'm going to be using kind of in the place of the ABH Dip Brow Pomade. This is the Annabelle Skinny Brow Liner in the shade Universal Taupe. There is not a lot of product left in here, but I feel like it was completely neglected this year. I am wearing it actually through my brows today, but I haven't really worn it at all throughout the remainder of this year. So it is a really good match for me. This is a Universal Taupe shade, so I do actually have to go in a little bit more light-handed with this because I do find that it can look a little bit heavy if I don't have a light hand, but I do really like this. I'm really happy that I'm going to be rolling it in because I do think this is something I can finish even within this month or the next month. So it's something that definitely is attainable. I just really want to try to finish up as many makeup products as I possibly can by the end of this year. And this is definitely something that's completely attainable for me if I just kind of stick to this. So really excited to work on this one. This next item you might actually be familiar with if you watched my last round of the Roulette Pan collab. This is the Cover FX Cream Concealer in the shade And Light. I picked this for the category a product you consider decluttering, and I have not yet decluttered it, even though it's been like 5 months or 6 months since I put it into that project pan. But now I'm determined to just finish it up. So I have been using this fairly frequently as an eyeshadow primer, and in using it over the last like month and a half or so since that project concluded, wow, why can't I speak? Since that project concluded, I actually ended up finally getting the air bubble out of here, and I realized that I have been marking this incorrectly for probably the entirety of that project. So I actually have this much product still left in here, which is not a lot, but I only use this as an eyeshadow primer. I do not like this as a concealer on my under eyes at least, and so this is gonna take me quite some time. I might not even be able to finish this in this year. I'm really hoping that I can finish this up and get it out of my life by the end of 2019. We'll see how this goes. I really don't use very much product at all whenever I use this, and I'm gonna just use this as my exclusive eyeshadow primer for the remainder of this year, or at least until this is freaking done. So yeah, wish me good luck because I'm gonna need it. And the last item I'm going to be rolling into this project is this tiny little mini Becca bronzer. This is in the shade Bronze Bondi, and there's only apparently 1.7 grams of product in here. Today was the very first time that I used this, and I do like the way that this bronzer looks on my skin, so I'm excited to use this throughout this project pan. I really want to just hit pan on it, but it's possible I could even finish it up within this project. We will see kind of if I can hit pan, and then we'll kind of see from there. But I can use this as an eyeshadow. I can use this as a bronzer. It's not ideal because this is such a tiny little pan. It's not my favorite to apply bronzers with from like such a small pan like this, but I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it goes, get some use out of it, and hopefully hit my goal of hitting pan on it within the next 3 months before the end of this year. So that is absolutely everything for today's update. I'm super excited for a little bit of like a new start in this project because I'm finally finished everything that's been here since the very beginning of this year. So this is super exciting. I cannot wait to see where the next 3 months of this project pan goes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.